Simple can be harder than complex. You have to work hard to get your thinking clean to make it simple. But it's worth it in the end because once you're there, you can move mountains. Steve Jobs. My friends, each and every day, we keep it simple. You see how simple our charts are. 3 time frames, the half day, the 195-minute chart. Don't let anybody fool you. 4 hours is not a half day chart. Markets are not open to 8 hours. The 2-day chart, our intermediate chart, and our longer term chart, the 1-week chart. We have very simple Heikin Ashi candlesticks. If you haven't taken our Heikin Ashi training, I'll put it at the end of today's video for you. Also, subscribers at chartingwealth.com where you can go and subscribe for free. You always have your special daily training in there. I think you will like it. It is all about how to use volume, which is our only other metric we really use on this chart, and price action together to understand the psychology of what's actually going on in the people who are buying and selling the equity, whether it is a stock or an ETF. Let's jump into these charts. We see that stocks, bonds, gold are down. Bitcoin is the only thing that's up today. Now, again, not a lot down, almost flat on the S&P, 0.08% down. You can see a lot of indecision in the morning and some in the afternoon. Overall, down a little bit. We can see volume, okay in the morning, slacked off some in the afternoon. Hey, it's a holiday weekend, by the way. This is the Tuesday broadcast because we are preparing you for Tuesday. Markets are not open here in the States on Monday for the Martin Luther King holiday. So keep that in mind. If you open your charts and you look and they say, damn, this looks just like Friday. On Monday, it's because it is the same. Your markets will be open on Tuesday. I can't tell you how many times I've done that. I'm like, what's going on? And then I'm like, oh, market's closed, holiday. So what do we see going on though? We're above the weekly trend line on the half day and the 2-day and the weekly as we end the week. The high last week, well, that would be the week starting the 5th of January because some of you will be listening to this in the new week. That'll be confusing. The high the week of January 5 was 695.31. This week, 696.09. So again, moving up higher, staying above. But again, is it weakening? Well, it's just sort of rolling back and forth, trying to continue up. So we'll keep our eye on things as the new week starts, the shortened trading week because of the holiday. The NASDAQ down exactly the same percentage as the S&P 500, 0.08%. It's holding just above the weekly trend line on the 2-day and the half day, and it's just above on the weekly. We can see how volume's been increasing, but again, the rate of movement we see the week beginning the 5th was 627.94. This week, 630. So again, up a couple of dollars, but not bounding up in a pretty flat line here, but we are just managing to stay above it. Could the market be getting long in the tooth? What happened last February? Oh, look at that. Mid-February, things careened off for several weeks up until early April. So we will keep an eye on things and see where they might be going. Because it's always nice to make money on a short trade, isn't it? And again, we're talking about practice trades here. We're not a stock or bond or Bitcoin or gold calling service. We're an education firm, but we want you to practice with us to learn so you can do it for real on your own when you gain the skills. And I know a lot of you who listen and follow us have gained those skills. But again, we're not going to make market calls here. Stay away from that. Not getting paid for that. Not doing that. What do we see going on bonds? They're pulling back 0.58%. You saw where throughout the course of the week they jacked up and then rolled over some on Friday. Still, though, we do have a green candle and a switch over. You see where we have higher than average volume. We had an interim low the week beginning the 5th of January. Be interested if, like Bitcoin, I'll just show you that briefly, Will that candle continue to move up over the course of this next week? Will we see a new candle that moves up? We may very well. So we will keep an eye on it as we jump into the new week on going long on bonds. Now, let's see, not saying that's happening, but looks like it could be. What do we see going on with gold? Pulling back a little bit after another rocket week. You saw where things really on Monday jammed up and then moved up a little more there on Wednesday, and then Thursday weakening down, Friday some. Popped down in the morning, but recovered that, it looks like. So it was only down 0.5%. I mean, gold just a booming. Look at the crazy volume on the weekly. Now, we saw where that volume maxed out before, and then what happened? Gold pulled back. Took it a while to build back up. So we'll see as we jump into this new week. You can see that almost doji first day of the latest 2-day candle. That'll finish drawing on Tuesday. And again, we will keep an eye on gold, but still strongly long on it. What do we see about Bitcoin? Bitcoin again, second week of up movement. I kept telling you as things slid along on this same bottom, is Bitcoin rolling over? And by rolling up, I should say. And, looks like it has been starting on January the 2nd. Where Bitcoin on this 2-day chart just started moving up and has continued to do so. Again, as we look at what we see, these are Heikin-Ashi candlesticks. Technically, Bitcoin was up 0.33% with a big spike in the morning. That is where we are, my friends, as we end the week, go into this shortened trading week with the Martin Luther King holiday. So appreciate you being with us. I will put that Heikin-Ashi candlestick training up at the end of this video. You should see it popping up in just a second. God bless. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth.